なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright boys, here we go. Data download has started. The number one thing we're all wondering, what are the stats for Metal Cooler? I'm under the impression that he's going to be built out of wet newspaper. There's no way this guy has any high defensive stats, and he sure as hell does not have any high HP counts either. The multiple comeback thing, anytime they introduce any sort of new second life thing, and I know him having multiple comebacks is not a new second life thing, but he's the first character to come back multiple times. Anytime they teeter with these things, they always are very conservative with it. The first for the revival cell, first revival character ever, that guy, I think his defenses were like 110k at 14 stars. I would not be shocked if Cooler is very similar to this. I think this guy's going to have paper mache stats. He's going to be one of the most star dependent characters ever. We'll have to see. I'm thinking that we'll see some Dragon Ball Saga characters come back now. I think somebody pointed out that we should see LF Demon King Piccolo, which would be a win, you know. The Dragon Ball Saga setup thing got done dirty. Of course, Dragon Ball Saga gets the full-fledged new philosophy adaptation, and then everyone else just gets to skip that. I found that very, very funny. King Cold, I think this guy, it's going to be very important that he's good for the strike-oriented form of Lineage of Evil, because they're making both right now. Or I guess they're kind of done with the ranged one. We got the Revival Frieza Zenkai Awakening, we got the unique equip for the LF Full Power Frieza, and then of course we have the infamous Ultra Full Power Frieza. Now we're going to have this purple defensive Metal Cooler, who I assume is going to be more strike-oriented. If they make his offensive stats balanced, then that is welcome as well. But I'm going to assume he's more strike-oriented. King Cold, of course, strike-oriented. And then the LF Cooler, Zenkai Awakening, that's, I don't know if that comes tonight or next week. That guy, that'll be a nice strike-oriented form for this team. If they wanted to go the extra mile, they would give a plat equip to the Ultra Golden Frieza, but I don't think they're going to do that. Either way, that would be the two teams that they're setting up. So hopefully this guy is good. Next, we got the worldwide team battle thing. I'm all for it. More opportunities for people to farm up resources. And you know, the little question that they ask is kind of fun. You know, instant transmission or flying. I had a lot of people discussing it. I don't know how we got a big hate train going on, but yeah, people were actually going at each other's throats about how stupid, you know, flying is and how pointless instant transmission is, and we got philosophical about how you know, the appeal of flying is the journey, whereas instant transmission is just the destination. Like I didn't realize it would get so deep, but apparently it did. This question is probably more straightforward. Mecha Frieza style or Metal Cooler style? Let's be real here. The Metal Cooler style is way better. I made the joke about BMWs with the Mecha Frieza style. I'm all for being full metal and you know, regenerating versus getting cut up like sashimi for Mecha Frieza. I'm good. I'm going with the Metal Cooler route. Next, more missions for this little campaign that they're doing, which, by the way, you don't see it right now, but I'm putting on my tinfoil hat. This is really a pseudo movie saga buffing campaign, and I bet before the end of this year, we're going to be seeing a full-fledged movie saga power-up, and of those characters, you're going to see a plat equip for Ultra Janemba, because we also get the power-up regeneration, and you're going to see an LF Super Saiyan 3 Twin Dragon Fist Goku, who's green. And you're going to see a Zenkai Awakening for the Revival Pikkon to Gogeta. I'm telling you right now, you can clip this. It's going to happen. It works so well, too, because buffing up Janemba is not only a chance for buffing up movies, it's a chance to buff up regeneration, which is something you could easily do if Festival is Majin Buu Saga. But the Spirit Bomb mechanic with a You Are Number One supporter character for a Spirit Bomb preparation mode or active skill Goku. And the plat equip goes to, yeah, Kid Buu, another easy way to power up regeneration. We could be seeing a Buuhan, because remember, of all the characters that came out in the first year anniversary, he's the only one that doesn't have a Zenkai awakening. They're doing it deliberately. Buuhan gets 0 representation. We were all talking about, hey, when the hell are we gonna get an LF metal cooler? Now he's here. Maybe this is the year of wishes. Maybe this is the year of characters that are swept under the rug are finally gonna get some time in the spotlight. Buuhan is one of those characters. We got a bajillion Vegetos, we got a Kid Buu, we got all this stuff. Somehow, nothing for Buuhan. So I say this year Buuhan, the Majin Buu saga thing I just said, the Janemba, and this thing being a pseudo movie saga powering up campaign. I'm wearing the tinfoil hat very tightly, but I genuinely believe that's going to be what the remainder of the year looks like. We only got maybe 3.5 months. I think that's all going to get done in that period. Next, we got the raid. This guy, Zenkai, would have been cool for Green Saiyans as opposed to movies. Green movies, there's a bunch of those Zenkais. They don't need that anymore. Green Saiyans need some help because the only one is LF Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and the only other Zenkai buffer for, I guess, Sun family is a Revival Kid Gohan, and he's blast oriented. It's been way too long. Let's start Zenkaiing some Green Saiyan characters, please. And then this. Isn't this interesting? Metal Cooler, a bonus battle character against this Gohan from the BoJack movie. This is following a similar timeline that happened a couple years ago. We got Ultra Super Vegito. Shortly after, we got LF Red Cooler. And then the person to put a stop to LF Red Cooler was Blue Beast Gohan. Are we following a repeat of that timeline? Ultra Super Vegito gets Plat Equip. LF Red Cooler gets a Zenkai Awakening. Could we see a Blue Beast Unique Equip or Zenkai Awakening or some sort of Gohan-like power-up? Because of all the old LF characters, majority of them are Gohans. LF Future Gohan, Blue Beast Gohan, Revival Gohan, the purple one. Those are all the ones up on the list for getting a Zenkai Awakening. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Blue Beast, could he be the one to shut down LF Red Cooler if he gets a Zenkai Awakening? Are they saying they're going to be teasing something for whatchamacallit, like another BoJack movie Gohan? Again, look at all the tags right now that need help and see if there are ways to stitch multiple of them together in the current campaign that we have. LOE needed help when they were wrapping up the 7th anniversary, so they gave us the Revival Frieza Zenkai Awakening, the Unique Equip for Full Power Frieza, and then Ultra Frieza. And then now, they're still buffing up LOE by making a strike form of it, but at the same time, they realized this can double up as a movie saga campaign, because movies needs help too. Coolers, just do both. We'll just have a metal cooler, transforming cooler, boom, 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 boom. We can overlap both those things. But at the same time, what other tags need help? Hybrids. Hybrids is the next thing I could think of. They definitely need some help. Hybrids need help. Of course, movies. But again, they could easily segue from this over to buffing up Hybrid Saiyans by powering up some of the Gohans. And the Blue Beast Gohan is a Gohan, a Hybrid Saiyan buff. Future Gohan maybe as well. And then from there, with all the movie buffs, they could easily segue it off to Regeneration 2. Like I just said, with Janemba. Kid Buu, if they decide to do Buu Saga for Festival. So I could see it. Honestly, I could see it. I could see the BoJack movie Gohan getting some sort of power-up or the Beast Gohan. All right, here we go. In-game, time to see the stats. This is the team I'm going to be using. I know it's super weird, but if he's a defense type with even Strike or Blast, it shouldn't matter. We got Cooler and the Kaioken Goku with the Strike Z abilities. Both Friezas with the Blast Z abilities. Chilled will be a Zenkai buffer. You can't really get away with from it. This is one of those cases where the HP bench is so good because he is also a Zenkai character as well. It's kind of like Yellow Broly for Yellow Powerful Opponent. amazing bench that is essentially a must run. So the same thing will be true for Chilled. Let's go ahead and see these characters and their stats. Starting with you, King Cold. Let us see. Okay. I mean, I think it's okay for a 1%, maybe on the lower end for his offensive stats, but they did tote this guy as more of a support character, less so a more strike-oriented character. So I'm kind of curious. Him providing a blue card is super valuable because remember, Metal Cooler is all about using blues to deplete his unique gauge, just like Yellow Goku Black. But unlike Yellow Goku Black, this guy is able to earn blue cards. When his unique gauge is full and he hits the opponent with a strike or blast, he's going to draw a blue card. Very, very valuable. Very well thought setup there. So blast armor on strikes. Blue card. All right, let's see. They did talk about some of this. Massive slice damage. 30% damage from the blue card on activation. Also, all special move arts are destroyed, and if you destroy at least one, you get another 50% special move damage which cannot be cancelled, as well as a Dragon Ball. And when you hit the opponent, draw a green card next and take away an enemy Dragon Ball. Very powerful effects. The green card is something I remember because this green card takes away Vanish. 2 times takes away Vanish. It already feels like you lose all your Vanish trying to dodge all these friggin' death beams. Now you got a character that swipes it away from you. This used to be a full unique gauge LF main ability. Dragon Fist. It's crazy that a 1% character can just swipe it away off a green card now. But look at this. His green card gives him a blue, 50 key, 20% damage. You lose 100% Vanish gauge 2 times. Enemy takes additional slice damage, which feeds into the blue, and you seal the enemy's strike and special move arts. Really, really strong. Ultimate on activation, he does 30% more ult damage, cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects so that you can take away their type neutral. Also, destroy all your blue cards, and if you destroyed at least one, you get 40% additional ult damage, which cannot be cancelled. A Dragon Ball. And then on hit, you destroy the enemy's entire hand. LOE getting all these Dragon Balls like this is kind of spooky. They used to be the team that destroyed every Dragon Ball that you would get back when they were in their previous prime. Now they seem to be the one to earn a bunch. Let's see this kit. Main ability, draw the ult. Doesn't destroy a card to draw the ult. Heal 30%, 50 key. Go type neutral, which cannot be cancelled. That is so strong. That is so strong. Do you guys remember the free-to-play mercenary Tao? He too had a 30 timer count permanent type neutral that fed perfectly with his ultimate, and he was actually doing really good damage against green characters. I used him multiple times to destroy the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta when Daima was at its prime. This is a very strong ability. Uncancelable as well. King Cold probably needed this because they've just been releasing infinite greens for some reason. Very, very strong. Z ability is 35% strike attack and defense for LOE, Weapon Wielder, or Android Saga. But if you're LOE, you can get some additional blast attack. Starter ability, 260 damage, 170 damage guard, a little bit on the lower end. 50% key recovery, draw speed +1, ally damage +20%, and ally special move damage +30%. Really good passives. On entry, draw 1 card if you have 3 or fewer. Heal 15% of your health. Key +30, nullify cover change for 5 counts, ally subcount -1, destroy an enemy card, and all enemy health restore -30%. That definitely exists to hurt Namek Goku's unique gauge. That team-wide heal, I can't even tell you how many times that has saved me before. This is to hurt that. But look at this. This guy destroys a card and lowers ally subcount. Ultra Full Power Frieza already had that. If you ask me, the purple LF Metal Coolers kit was designed with you running him with Full Power Frieza. Because Full Power Frieza increases your arts cost, lowers your key, has sub-count manipulation and heals. The LF Metal Cooler does the same thing. Lower key, increase arts cost. The King Cold is going to kill a card and lower sub-count, so you can swap into those other characters and disrupt over and over again. I think the best team might be King Cold, Full Power Frieza, and the LF Metal Cooler. But again, we'll have to see his stats. If there are 3 battle members, he gets 20 ki and 30% strike damage. When he uses a strike or blast, he gets 10 ki and damage plus 20%. When on the field and the enemy switches, he gets another 20% with a damage guard. Okay. Enemy ki minus 20. Every 30 time counts while not defeated, he gets 15% health, 15% damage, and his strike and blast arts costs go down by 3. And when he's on the field and the enemy activates a blue ultimate, awaken arts, or rush, ally subcount minus 5 and minus 30% to the damage from the blue ultimate or awakened arts power. The cover change against a strike card. Yeah, I mean, he kind of just sounds like he's meant to be the glue for the other characters, you know? He doesn't really seem like he's meant to be the ace in the pocket damage dealer. He seems more like the guy that will take the helm for a couple timer counts, and then you go back to your Unga Bunga guys. But he does look good. For a 1% character, he looks good. Now, Metal Cooler. I honestly, my brain is telling me 110, 120k defenses. Let us see. Here we go. What? Oh, damn. Oh, wow. They actually didn't hold back on his stats at all. 2.5 million HP with 180, the mid 180s for his defenses. They actually did not hold back on his stats. Wow. Wow, he's a lot better than I thought. I know people are going to look at his damage guard numbers and say, yeah, he's paper mache. He's going to get shredded. You know, we have Kefla as an example of a character. She gets shredded. I'm sure that's valid. But this guy's damage guard stacks, and he has multiple second lives. It's not just the fact that... I think what it all boils down to is the comeback just simply lets him get away with more damage. Does that make sense? If your opponent... It's almost like the comeback is meant to be the disrupt. Okay, your opponent got priority. Well, you're just going to come back again. Okay, they got priority again. Okay, I'm going to come back again. Another opportunity for you to do damage. And then each time the guy pops back, he's more tanky. I think they said it was 30% damage guard every time this guy comes back. Yeah, right there, 30% damage guard. So 185% with those stats. And purple LOE and powerful opponent have very easy Zenkai buffers. Yeah, I think he's gonna do great. I think he might be top 6. I said that the difference between him being upper top 10 and lower top 10 was the stats, and it looks like the stats do support him for being that defensive character. Honestly, you might be better off building him defensive. Now that I look at it, I think the goal might be to go pure defense on the equips for him. But then again, that's going to be something that you can strongly take advantage of if you have him at higher stars. At lower stars, I'm not sure what this is going to look like. I'm probably better off building him for some damage, but just because his damage numbers support that. But yeah, I think the move might be to build him pure defense. So that looks pretty good overall. I think King Cold and Cooler look good. We should have an Awakened equip here. There's definitely going to be something to support. Yeah, we do have an equipment there. It's going to be something to support Metal Cooler. Defense built. Special move, double offense, max HP. Alright, that's fine. Figured it would have been something different, but that's fine. I guess the move really is Metal Cooler is pure defense, and then the others you just build pure offense. So if it ever came down to it, just let Metal Cooler get swiped away. So okay, I mean, they look good. What do you guys think? You let me know in the comment section below how you're going to be building these characters and what you're going to be doing. But be on the lookout for the summons and the showcase, which will be in about 90 minutes. But until then, peace.